Here we go. All right. So let's just start with our warm up, just marching in place. And as we march, let's bring those shoulders way up, squeeze them way back, and drop them down. So big inhales as we bring the shoulders up, exhales as we bring it down. We really want to think about opening in the front of the chest, left to right. And in the back of the body, really kind of dropping the shoulders down towards the center of our back. Big inhale up, exhale down. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 3. So next up, we're going to hug ourselves and then slide our hands out. And as the hands go out, let's take the palms up to the ceiling as if you're lifting the world up to the sky. Because what that does is helps to rotate those shoulders open a little bit more. And again, big inhales and exhales. Same idea, opening up here, the front of the body, big shoulder blades squeeze in the back. Just keeping those feet moving. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's let those arms hang heavy to the floor. Right, so imagine you have lead in your fingertips, and those fingers are just hanging heavy from the shoulders, swinging front to back. Taking those arms up only as high as you want to. And swing, good. And let's go now into Spider-Man. So we're gonna stand on one side, get that knee out and up, arm out and up as well. Just start with little crawls. And then as we get warm here, if you get those knees up higher, reach up higher. Start to wake up the hips as we go out and up. Good, let's do 4 more each side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, legs out wide, hands out wide. We're gonna kick the heel up in the back, hug in the front, and same thing as we slide our hands back. Let's go palms up to the ceiling. Good, big kick, big kick. I want you to imagine you're kicking across that opposite side. Kick with the heel. Big inhales and exhales. Good. Let's do 6 more here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's find our squat stance. A little baby squat, press up. And I want you to reach, really reach, actively reach with the fingers as you pivot out of your foot. Imagine you're squishing above with that back foot. We want to turn on those rotators through the hips. Our hands are reaching up high right now. 2 more. Now take that reach straight across at the shoulder. Pull the belly button in. Reach away. Good. Cross the body. Feel that stretch down the back of the shoulder into the middle of the back. Again, actively reaching away. If you're not already wider than your hips, take your feet out there. Now we're going to take it down to a lateral lunge. So in our lateral lunge, one leg straight, one leg bent, hips go back. And how low is completely up to you. But remember to get lower. We take the hips closer to the floor. We don't round the back. So keep going there. I want to let somebody in here. Okay, stay with our lateral lunge. Let's go 4 more to each side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg straight. Let's take the hands straight down to the floor. Hold this, big inhale and exhale. And then walk it over to the one side. Keep that knee as straight as you can. Bring your chest down. Big inhales and exhales. And then walk it over to the other side. Big inhales and exhales. And back to the middle, roll it out. Next up, we're gonna go into a knee hug. So you're gonna grab that leg, pull it up to the chest. And as you pull the knee in, see if you can continue to open up between those two shoulders as well. All right, so we're getting a little stretch on that standing leg. All right, a little pull with the arms in the back. And if you can't, squeeze that standing hip forward. Here we go. Good, big squeeze. Go on, let's just do 2 more each side. Good, 1 more. Good, and let's warm up for our hinge pattern. We already did our squat, so heel down, toe up, hinge the hip, reach for that toe, come back up, other foot. I remember this is our hinge. We're hinging from the hip joint, top of the head through the tailbone. Stays in a nice, strong, stable line, not rounded. All right, so think about sticking your heel out, taking the hip back, keeping the body straight. This is our hinge. Good. Good, let's do 3 more on each side. Hinge. 1, 2, and 3. Good, let's take a big inhale up. Collect or grab that arm over the top and just do a little lateral reach here. You do it with your legs right underneath the hip, or put that leg in the back. I want to feel that stretch all the way down the lateral side into that hip. Let's take 2 breaths here. And switch. All right, same thing, grab that other foot now. Switch over leg is in the back. That's the arm you're gonna grab and pull over the top. Good, exhale. Collect the hands behind, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest. Put both feet together and let's find your hinge. Nice, long spine. Knees a little soft here. And let the arms go, and let's go up and out. So really pull the belly button in here. Good, just 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right. So warm up is done. Next up, we're gonna go into our muscle activation. We're gonna do each of these exercises for 1 minute. But you have an option on any of these to spend time in any of the position that you need to, spend a little extra time. So it's not a race. See how many you can do. Okay, it's quality. We want to warm up, especially those deep core muscles. We want to really get those nice and warm. All the muscles are going to get warm here, but really concentrate on those deep core muscles. So 1 minute on the minute. We're just going to change exercise every minute. Big inhale up. This one, inchworm. So remember our inchworm, we have our forward fold. You can stay here as long as you want. We have our down dog. You can stay here as long as you want. We have our high plank. And I want you to hold this for at least 3 seconds in a perfect plank before you go back to down dog, walk in. As you walk in, bend your knees. Come into a squat position, big inhale up. Exhale down. Good. So we're on. That minute already started. Walking out, hold. Really take your time. Feel the muscles that are working here. Big inhale up. Exhale down. Walking out. Body straight, head forward, heels back. Tight glutes. Tail up. Walk in. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. We have 20 more seconds. There's Pawan. I think she might be big inhale up. Exhale down. We're doing inchworms. Rolling out. And back in. Good. Let's do 1 more. Exhale. Walk out. Hold. From here, you can come down to the knees and flip over. Let's take this screen down just a little bit. So we're on our backs for glute bridges here. All right, arms out wide. Bring those heels into the hips as close as you can. Knees in line with the hips. Arms out. Heels down, toes up. Pull the belly button in, and we want to take that pelvis and tip it back. So that little posterior tilt, tip it back. Drive the hips up and come back down. Okay, so same thing, 1 minute here. But I really want you to focus on squeezing those glutes to lift the hips up. And don't let those knees fall open, right? Keep them right in line with your hips. It might even help to imagine squeezing a little beach ball. Or if you have that pillow, you could put that pillow between your legs here and squeeze it as we go up and down in our bridge. Good. Really activating those glute muscles. Feel it a little bit in the hamstrings, but most of the work should be there, right in those big glute maxes. Good. We have 20 seconds left. Keep driving through those heels up and down. Good, let's do 2 more here. And last one. Good, from this position, let's bring up one leg, other leg, crisscross the arms, press and hold. So we have hands in the knees, knees back into the hands, shoulders out of the ears, and holding here with that contraction through the core, belly button into the spine. Big inhale and exhale. So from here, we're gonna move one side and hold the other. So think of your left hand, right leg. That's our moving side to start. Ready? And go out and in. The other side keeps that isometric hold. So really focus here on that core working. Space between the ribs and the hips, super active. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side here. 10 more seconds on this first side. Good, stay still. Last one here. And switch. Make sure you have that nice isometric hold. As the other side goes out and in. And remember, you can challenge this by lowering that leg closer to the floor. But it's not necessary to focus on the length of your leg first before trying to add lowering it more. Good, we have time for about 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, knees to your chest. Rock up, we're just gonna flip over. 4, basically the same thing on the other side, which is our swimmers, opposite arm leg reach, and as lengthen as you lift out and up. So remember on our swimmers, belly button's pulled to the spine, front of the hips, pressing into the mat. We're not rocking side to side here. And we're just alternating. Think of that lift of the leg coming from the glute. Think of the lift of the arm coming from the movement of the shoulder blade, back and down, across the back. Good, we have time for 4 more each side, so here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, press up, all 4s, and that's our muscle activation. So we're gonna move into the heart of our class here, which is 4 exercises, all right, 4 exercises, easy. Each time we're gonna go through those 4 3 times. So each time we go through those 4 exercises, they're gonna get a little bit more progressive, a little bit harder, okay? But you can always go back to an earlier exercise if you don't wanna do the new version, all right? So remember that as we go through. Everything's body weight. We're gonna start down on the floor in our all 4s position. So this, if you have your pillow, this is where you can use it. We're gonna start out, first time through these 4 is pretty much gonna feel like more muscle activation, right? So our first one is we're gonna do a little cat-cow. Inhale up, exhale, pushing the floor away, rounding that spine. So getting some nice movement here through the spine, long in each one of these three positions. So we have our middle, that neutral spine, that extension with the chest lifted, and then the flexion with the shoulder blades spread apart and back to the middle. Good. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Good. Keep going. Got time for 3 more cycles here. 2. And last time through. Good. Come back to neutral spine, toes tucked. Come to down dog. Walk your feet in or walk your hands to your feet. Come on up. So next up is our staggered stance. Squat. So in our staggered stance, if you look from here, heel of my front foot set lined up with the toes of my back foot. Still in our squat stance, so my feet are hip distance maybe a little bit wider. And what I'm going to do is squat down, reaching for my front foot, standing up. So here we go. So again, it's drop the hips, get low, press up tall. So as I press up, I'm going to press this hip like we did in our glute bridge. Press it forward, right? Engaging those big glutes, just like we did in our bridge. Down and up. Good. Down and up. So front leg doing more work than the back leg right now in the staggered position. Good. Down and up. Fire that glute to come up. Squeeze it all the way through. 2 more on this side. 1 and 2. Good. Let's switch. Ready? And go. Down and up. Good. Now you can do this a little faster if you want. Okay? Or slower. Very much your class. Drop. Stand tall. Drop. Stand tall. You're going to add a little boom, power to it when you come up. By throwing those arms front to back. The same form. Just add a little oomph as you come up. You can always train power. And this will get your heart rate up. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next up, kicks. Right? Side kick. You get to the side. I call these my SWAT team kick. Right? You're on the SWAT team, and you're going to kick down the door. You're going to kick from the side. You're going to kick to your heel. And you're going to kick with power. Boom, 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 boom. Pull the toes back. Get them out of the way. Good, so you can speed up, right? Or boom. More power. Let's go. 20 seconds. Big kicks. Seconds. Keep that power up. Good. Now, come down, half kneel. Hands come down inside that front foot. Back toe is tucked. You can stay here or pick up that back knee. We're just going to rock a little front to back here. So, with the back knee lifted, glute tight, you're getting a nice stretch through that front hip flexor. We're going to rock a little front to back. But next up, let's rock a little side to side. Keeping that back knee lifted. Good. Just 10 more seconds here. Then we'll switch to the other side. Good, coming on down, come back to your half kneel and switch. All right, so from that half kneel, hands come down inside that front foot, back toe tucked, lift the back knee up, rock front to back. And rock a little side to side. You just do a few front back, and then a few side to side. Rock a little front back, and a little side to side. Just 10 more seconds here. Good. All right, so that's round one of 4 exercises, okay? So that's the basics. You can always go back to those 4 that we just did, right? Now we're gonna ramp things up a little bit. So instead of cat-cow here, I'm gonna give you actually 2 options. First one is our hover. With hover, we have our hands right underneath the shoulders, elbow creases forward, knees come up off the floor, and we hold. I'm gonna hold for 20 seconds, 3 times. The other option, if you prefer, is kneeling push-ups, body straight, down and up. And I'll demo a few of each. Pick what you want to do. 1 minute is our time. Ready? Set and go. So here's our hover. I'm going to count these off for 20 seconds. So you can do the same thing if you're choosing push-ups here. Do them for 20, take a little break, reset, do it again, or do push-ups for 20, and then hover for 20. Ready? And down. Take a little break. Shake out the hands. We just have 5 seconds off here. Ready? And go up again. Here we go. So in that hover, belly button's pulled in, back is flat. Think about tailbone reaching forward. Sorry, tailbone reaching back. Head reaching forward. Pushing the floor away. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Shake out the hands. We have 1 more. We want to do those kneeling push-ups. Go for it. Ready? Set and go. 20 seconds. Either in this hover or kneeling push-up. Either way, your body is straight from the tailbone all the way to the top of your head. Hold. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, touch the toes. Down dog. Come up. We're into a stand. Next one. Instead of our staggered squat, we are going to do a step out squat. So I'm going to step out, squat down, step in. I really want you to squeeze those inner thighs together. Step out the other side, squat down, squeeze in. So think about stepping to one side of your mat, squat, squeeze in, step the other side of your mat, squat, squeeze in. Good. So same thing, hip to heel here. Good. Make sure the space is alive and active. Really squeezing those inner thighs. Good. Keep going. We have time for 2 more on each side. Step out, squeeze in, step out, squeeze in, step out, squeeze in. Good stuff. Next one. We come out to our lateral lunge with lateral lunge. All 10 toes point forward. We lunge one way. And we do that same side for 5 reps. 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go the other side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to turn this way so you can see. So go back to that right side. So notice for my head, all the way through my tailbone, my body stays straight, right? One more this side. and left. Okay, so my torso, very, very straight. I'm not rounding. This is our lateral lunge. Hips back, hips under, hips back, hips under. Let's go one more time each side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down to your half kneel. Now we add to what we did previously, right? Which from our half kneel, we came down, hands to the floor, back toe tucked, leg lifted. Now what we're gonna do is send that second foot back. So you have options. You can do it from a kneel, right? Come to all fours and then step back, find your high plank. We're gonna hold that high plank for 3 seconds. Then we're gonna come back down and find the tall kneel again. So here we go. Hands down, bring that front leg back. However you can get it there, hold the high plank. 3, 2, 1, and then bring the other leg through, find that tall kneel. Okay, so we're switching. Which leg comes to the front, finding a perfect high plank in between, finding that tall kneel. As we finish, hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg through, kneel tall. Good, high plank hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring the other leg through, tall kneel hold. Good, find it. High plank, like I said, you can come to all fours first. And hold, good. Step it back. Good, tall kneel. Good, let's do one more each side. 3, 2, 1. 1. And last one. 2. Good stuff. All right, a little break. We go through our last time through those 4 exercises. And we're going to add to it. And again, you can revert back to any of the previous ones that we did. All right. A little sweaty in my space here. All right. So back to the front. We had cat-cow. First time through, we had hover or kneeling push-ups. Second time through. Number 3 is your option. Again, I'm going to give you 2. You can hold on to your high plank here, or you can do blast offs here to here, right? As we come through, bringing our hips through, we're squeezing the glutes tight, reaching the head forward, finding that perfect plank. Ready? And go. So any of the previous ones we've done, or these blast offs, whatever you choose, you're gonna find that plank position, you're gonna chase it, keep it. Whether it's kneeling push-ups, hover, high plank, blast offs, doesn't matter. Keep that core nice and straight. Get those glutes working. Keep them squeezed. Good. We have 15 seconds. Time for one more. Good. All right. Find your way back up. All right, number 2, we had our staggered squat. Right? We had our step out squat. Squeeze in. Okay. For number 3, we have our jump out, touchdown, jump in. Ready, set, and go. Same principles. Right, hips drop. You can either do a jump or a step. Kind of a touchdown with one hand for 5, and then the other hand for 5. I really want you to squeeze those inner thighs together, like you're shooting up to the ceiling. Good. Drop. And don't let the chest drop. As you get tired, just the heels, stay with it. We've got 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 2 more. Perfect. Good stuff. Number 3, okay? We had our kicks. We had our lateral lunges. Option 3 combines those two. I'm gonna lunge to my left, and then I'm gonna kick with my left. Land my lunge, push out, kick. Land my lunge, push out, kick. Good. So we're gonna stay on the same side. We're not alternating. For 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're gonna switch. So I'm lunging to my right, pushing out, kicking right. Good. So all this work is done with that leg you're lunging into. Your other leg is just your kickstand. Here's my little beep beep. We got about less than 5 minutes left in the class. Not doing this. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right. Last one. Come down to that half kneel. And I think you can already guess how we progress this, right? We start out with that runner's lunge here. Then we found high plank, back to a tall kneel. Now guess what? Tuck that back toe. That's very important. Hands on the knee. Stand tall. Here we go. Down. Step it back. Find your high plank. Hold. Come down. Other leg forward. Tuck that back toe. Stand tall. Same leg goes back. Down. Find your high plank. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Other leg comes through. Tuck that back toe. Stand up. You can obviously speed this up if you're ready, but I want you to find that perfect position. All the right glutes working, or all the right muscles working. And yes, I'm talking a lot about those glutes today. Good. Back down. High plank. Stand tall. High plank. Good. We're going to do this one more time each side. I'm going to give you one more advanced option. From your high plank, lower to the floor, push back up, swing the leg through, stand up. Here we go. Down. High plank, lower to the floor, push back up, bring the other leg through, stand up. Good stuff. Good job, everybody. Getting that heart rate up, getting that cardio work, functional movement, mobility, right? It's not easy. Do what you can. All right, so let's come down to the mat. Cool down a little bit here. This is where if you have a towel or a strap, you can use it here. We're just gonna come down to the floor. And you're gonna put that towel or strap around your left leg. Hold that left leg right over, or sorry, that heel right over the hip. So use that band to kind of hold it still. You take your right leg up and lower and lift. Good. So we're doing two things here. Getting a little stretch on that stationary leg. Get a little work through the core with that moving leg. So what we want to do is make sure the hips are still in the mat here. That leg that's moving is long, reaching away. You're not rocking through the hips here. It's just straight down, straight up, as if you're tracing a line up and down the wall. Good, let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, 1. Good, switch. So just stick your foot in. Same thing on the other side, leg straight down and up. And really slow down your breathing. Focus on your breath here. Down and up. Imagine you're drawing that line on the wall or painting that line on the wall with the heel of that foot. Good, just 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you're gonna put that second foot in. And here's where you can challenge your core a little bit more. Both legs lower. Remember, you only go down to where that back wants to pull away from the floor. Tug and come back up. So lengthen and lower. Tug and come back up. Nice, so the band is there, band or towel, whatever you have. It's there to help you out of that bottom position. Right? Good, lower and lift. Just about 30 seconds more here. Do not let that back pull away from the floor. Lower and lift, squeeze the insides of those legs together. Everything's active. Good, let's do 2 more. Lower and lift. And last one, lower and lift. Good, rock up. Let's sit with your hands right underneath your shoulders, knees bent, feet flat. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest. We want to go get a little stretch here through the front of the shoulders and the chest. Big inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And let's bring those legs forward. Take a big inhale, come forward. Reaching for the ankles, feet, whatever you can grab. Big inhale, exhale. And let's do those 2 one more time. So squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest if you want to. You can come up into a little bit of a crab here. If you feel like you need more stretch. Good, and come down, legs out, big inhale, and forward fold. Good, all right. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me, everybody.